Okay, and I'm going to angle this down without turning it off. How about that for a change? Okay. Yeah, I just grabbed it too quickly. Hannah for love. Let's see what's going on. Now, we were talking about it being the inverted V pattern. So hopefully we'll go here and we'll see what's going on. Regarding love, full reading for Hannah. Oh, babe. Wow. Okay, starting here. We will keep going. But yeah, this is feeling like busted and in jail and stuck and trapped and like, when do I get my turn? When is it my turn? And it feels like you feel like you have been on the outside and looking in, or you have been stuck and trapped and love is coming for everyone but you. But you feel like you've been waiting and it's finally should be your turn. It should be your turn. Don't rush into the wrong thing. You're off to the races and going. It feels like, frankly, it feels like this is a time when you would maybe interact with somebody, connect with somebody, and it will be maybe a short-lived kind of thing. It feels like more than a wham bam, thank you ma'am, but it feels like a short-lived relationship that's a little bit of heartache, but it's like getting the training wheels off. It's like things have been rusty, you know? Yeah. And it feels like rebound relationship would cover it. So just be on the heads up that whatever you're going into, it may be there for a purpose, but it may be short-lived purpose. Then holding the boundaries is huge important. After a heartache or what feels like a little bit of loss, betrayal, the painful truth, the truth is right here. You cut the shit and you move forward anyway. This is you moving forward after having defeated something or having the feeling of defeat. Now let's go back down to the cards and look a little bit deeper. So here we go. We got this, right? That's on the inversion of the V. So boom, boom, boom. Then here we have this where you're holding the boundaries. The truth is discovered and known. You're saying cut the shit. I think you're going to... I am not the boss of the universe. What this reads to me is as if you have a relationship that isn't serving you well. It's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't serve you well and you dump them. That's what it reads to. I don't know why, but that's what's coming through. You make the cut. You make the choice. You're like, okay, not good enough for me. You need more. You need something different. So you walk away from the battlefield and you feel like you're walking away, leaving something behind. It's important for you to be the one that's making the choices on this. Now let's see what else is coming through. I want to see what's at the center underneath this. And then we're going to have this coming through. And this feels like it should be like a mound rather than a flight. This is like just flight and touching down briefly. Touching down to the earth briefly. This is where the boundaries will come in. Now let's see what's going on. So it feels like the love connection, or what feels like a romance connection, is meant as a romance connection and as a lesson. It doesn't feel like the love of your life. No. Would you like it to be? Probably. But does it feel like it is? No, it doesn't. It feels like lesson. I don't know how to... A lesson, a teaching, a learning. That's what it feels like, this relationship that you're rebounding in or into. That's what it feels like it's about. Okay. What is the spiritual gift of this lesson? Or what is the relationship gift of this? Two things come through. Ha, fucking ha. Yes. You learn to cover your ass. You learn to know what's important to you. And you learn your self-worth and your value and how to be practical about things. This one is about her business. This one and this one, good friends. This one and this one, she knows her worth. And this one doesn't settle for anything less than what she deserves. Now this one, Sneaky Pete the Thief. He might take something from you. If you are not well prepared or looking clearly, it might feel like you get ripped off. If you are going to be prepared, or if you are aware what the expectations actually are, and you're not going into it naively, because you know that heartache and heartbreak can happen and this is a lesson, then you can cover your ass a little bit better in this regard. This love situation, it doesn't mean the other person's a jackass or a jerk or anything like that. It just means it feels like this is a limited time engagement, a limited time event. That's what it feels like. It feels more than one night only type of situation. It feels more than the like one night stand, slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Does it feel like years? No, it does not. It feels like in love that this should be a short-term type of thing. All right. I want to see what's across here with the boundaries, and then we're going to go to this third deck and look in what's going on the mound. There's a gift. Loving this. This is the gift. This is the reward. This is the big seed. This is something, learning something new, the big reward. You have the Ace of Swords truth here and the big gift coming when you get grounded about how you do relationships. It's about your MO. It's about how you do the relationships. It's not so much about the other person. It's about how you do the relationship, and you're learning. You don't have to be outside looking in, and you don't have to be settling for breadcrumbs either. I'm surprised that we aren't seeing the Six of Coins here, because it feels like you've had that experience of the Six of Coins where you get the gift, the universe is trying to give to you, but you might be settling for a little bit less. Can you know specifically on Veni, please? I'm not sure what Veni is. Hannah, I don't know what on Veni is. So I'm looking at Hannah's stuff specifically. Oh, it's the person's name? Okay. Can you know specifically on that? Let's look to this mound and then we'll see what we can find out, okay? It may come out. Where you need to get grounded and where the gift is. Okay. There's a refusal to see something over here. This is significant. This is the page. Now, when we encounter page, knight, queen, and king, that can be persons. This can be the person represented here. This is the Page of Coins. This is somebody figuring out that they need to be the Batman, figuring out that they are ready, they have the gift to offer. This could be reflecting you. This could be reflecting them. But it's going to be over and ended. This feels more like them, and this feels like there's an end coming. It's a little bit of anxiety going on because you don't want to be on your own now. A lot of us don't like doing the life alone thing. We would rather do the couplehood thing. So that's not a judgment. It's just some of us prefer to be in couplehood. Some of us prefer that. It feels there's anxiety, sleepless nights, the things that you're feeling like. If you feel like something's a little bit off with this, something is probably a little bit off with this. Is it time to be taught? Is it time to be done? I don't know. Is this rebound stuff that you're already fully in? Is this rebound stuff that you could be moving through? Yes, absolutely. You could be moving through and beyond it. Hangman, you need to shift your perspective and see what's going on. What I'm getting is you're refusing to see that you don't need this relationship as much as you feel like you need it. I don't know if that makes sense to you. This person, if this is Veni or if this is you, either way, you've got enough coming through that take the lesson and call it good. If you feel like this is complete, be ready to be done. Yeah, you need some rest. Okay, I'm going to show you. I just got the Four of Swords out. So I'm going to show you some of these cards that are going to be, they're probably going to feel a little bit harsh. But we started over here with this Stuck card. We encounter this Betrayal Heartache card. This is like a little bit tough. The Cover Your Ass card, right? The Anxiety card. Something ended, right? It feels like for you, this person is not the answer to the situation. And you may have been giving this person a little bit more chances than need, or more time than need. It feels like you need to let this end, move past it, even if it is a separation, even if it is removing yourself from whatever this relationship is. It feels like this moment of time with this relationship with this person is not meant to go on forever. This isn't your forever person. It doesn't feel like that at all regarding them. It feels like there is a refusal to see the new perspective, but you need to rest. What I would say based on these cards is that this person, if this person is somebody you're already involved with, then okay. That doesn't mean they're a terrible, terrible person, but what it means is they probably aren't a long-term relationship for you. They're a relationship of lesson and of learning, but not of long-term. That's how it feels very distinctly. You're learning your boundaries. You're learning to set up terms that you need to have for your own truth, for what's going to work for you. And when the relationship isn't serving you, you need to cut it. You need to value self in a big, big way. This is the gift that you're getting out of the whole situation. Anything else on this? What else does she need to know? It's going to be work and the Magician. Now, the Magician comes through to remind you of your own magic, to remind you of what you can manifest, to remind you of what you can bring forward, and also to caution you about manipulating a situation. Whether you are the one that's kind of forcing something into being that doesn't need to be there, or whether you are the one being manipulated, you will know the difference. So this is what's going on. Is it another person's energy and not Veni's? You asked. You know better than I do. We asked to look at a general love. So if you guys want Super, super specific. Put it in your question, super, super specific. I'm looking up, and that's like the third question coming through on this love reading. I don't know if this is Vinny, but it could be. And it feels like whoever this person is, no, it feels like this is Vinny's. It doesn't feel like another person's. You're asking me. You trust your highest guide. You trust your highest self. What I'm getting is if Vinny is this other person that you're involved with, who's involved with you right now, this is rebound energy. Whether they've got a third person, third party on deck or not, doesn't matter. This is a rebound. This is a lesson. You don't have to stay stuck in this lesson. You can be in the situation and try and force it to be, but it's not going to serve you. Eventually you will cut it. Eventually you're going to have to shift it. And this is something that you will learn over time. This is work. I think you want this to be different than what it is. That's what it feels like. And you will come to a point where the anxiety will end, where the heartache has to end, and where the truth of what you need for yourself becomes more important than any other person, Vinny or any other third party or any other this, that, the other, or any other competing energy. And sometimes the third party isn't even another person. Somebody might be a workaholic and the third party energy can show up for that. What it feels like is this relationship is a temporary, not a permanent for years and years. And it feels like being alone is something that is daunting, which is for a lot of us. There's no judgment on that. But it doesn't feel like this is the person that's the happily ever after, forever and ever, amen. That's what it feels like. You need to figure out how to have your own magic. You need to figure out how to cover your ass. At the center of this thing where you touch ground is learning your boundaries. And that's where the reward is. This is what's going on for you. You have to shift how you're seeing how you do the relationship. That's what I've got. That feels complete. And this is the Tarot of the Unfolding Path deck. So it's not that you're on the wrong course. When you're on the Tarot of the Unfolding Path, when I pull this up, it's often because this is how it's playing out. Allowing some of it to unfold and then make your choices to the best of your ability is all any of us can do. Right now, you need rest. You need to retreat. You need to pull back. It feels like the expectations that you've put in this are so fully loaded. Like, you know, when you get a fully loaded baked potato and they have like the baked potato part and they're like, okay, it's fully loaded and you can put whatever. It's like you have the expectations and this is like volcano overloaded expectations. So you had broken up 4 months ago. Don't go back to it then. Don't go back to it. And whoever is coming on your rebound, if somebody is coming on the rebound, let it be what it is. Don't force it to be this big hoopla of a thing. You're not with anyone right now and you broke up 4 months ago. Yeah. Don't go back to it. Don't go back to it and don't just lather, rinse, repeat, for heaven's sakes. We saw something about walking off the battlefield on there. That's when we tend to lather, rinse, repeat. Leave that lesson behind. Maybe play the field, maybe date, whatever, but don't be so locked into something that you're forcing a relationship that shouldn't be because you want to be in relationship more than the person is right for you at that time. All right, I'm going to shift these cards to the side and get a new tray and we'll go to the next read. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what I got. Good luck, Hannah. Good luck. Just take it in stride. Play the field, date a little, and go slower on the... Don't let your heart go into it so fast, okay? All right, Britt, for the year ahead. Let's take a look. Let me get some water. Britt, for the year ahead. That's not it. I want to go to the steampunk for you, Britt. So we're going to go to that. You're welcome, Hannah. You are so, so welcome. All right. Boy, we are switching boxes a lot today. So that's okay. Britt, we're going into here. Now, this is the steampunk. Barbara Moore did the book on this. I forget who did the art on it, but it is one of my all-time favorites. It's a really good one. If you're first learning tarot, this is a good companion for the Rider-Waite, and it's really quite good. So, Britt, for the year ahead. I'm going to angle this down so you can see. So, Britt, for the year ahead. Let's start with the little ones. Well, we'll start with 2 big ones in the middle, and then we'll go little all the way around. Hopefully, you'll be able to see them pretty good. So, that's what we're going to do. So, 1 second. Get this angled down. And I've got 3 of these, so we'll see what happens. Britt, for the year ahead. 2 in the middle. What's the crux of the situation for Britt? Wow. Holy shit balls. Okay. This is challenging. This is a pair and this is a pair. Give me a second. You really are looking at something quite close. You've got the 2 of Wands and the 3. You're looking, what do you do? Is there life out there? What do you do to go beyond the horizon? And then you're having to be patient. This is where you're at right now. This is what's crossing you. Waiting, 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 waiting. There's something that's turbulent that you're trying to be calm about and you're having to wait. You've had to leave a situation or you will be asked to leave a situation and you need to be calm about it. You need to calm down, right? Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm going to leave this here and this here crossing, okay? Then we're going to go all the way around. Wow, you are not the poor little match girl on this. This is a very deliberate decision that you've taken with your 5 of Pentacles moment. This is a disruption in the force, a disturbance in the force. And it's totally fine that it should be going this way. Totally fine. What this means is that even though you may have thrown your life upside down and decided you're out of there, it's intentional, it's purposeful, it's difficult. You might be feeling a bit of lack or out in the cold, but it's by design. There is definitely a choice, even though it feels turbulent. It's by design. There is a choice on this. All right. Okay, we're in October. We're going to start in October. Okay, back down to the cards for you. Okay, there we go. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Woo. October, we have this 2 of Wands echoed. Now, this is why I like doing duplicate imagery, because it comes up. You are evaluating. This is you in the now. This is what's going on in your world right now and seeing on the horizon. And you're going to have to be patient. There are new gifts coming down the horizon for you. In November, there's going to be an opportunity presenting to you. Right here, you're evaluating, but you've got to come down for here. You got to make your plan, take the steps going forward for the rest of October. And in November, new things are being offered. New opportunities offered. New rewards to be gained. December, this is this hangman energy. You're going to have to shift your perspective about something. And in January, Page of Swords, you will have witnessed, experienced, and learned something. You'll need to be careful in communications. Now, I want to look at one that's going to bind the 3 here. So let me look at that. What's binding these 3? November, December, January energy. The shift of perspective on this offer, these two feel like they're so integral connected. These two are so linked. It is a lesson. It feels like a life lesson, circle of life, something that is returning to you. This round shape is coming through quite pronounced, is what I would say. Something comes full circle. Ha! 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 Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. This is your January. Something comes full circle about your work, about what you've dedicated yourself to, and what becomes second nature. We've got this coming through in January and then in February. So in the position we've got, this is December, this is January, this is February. This is coming in January. I would think this is about, I was going to say the 20th, but it feels like it's 18th, 19th of January. Something's shifting there. I would mark that date on the calendar. I don't know what's going to be happening there, but based on this energy, that's the most precise that I can get it, and I don't know why I'm feeling that. But I'm feeling 18th, something that comes second nature to you. There's an opportunity and offer in November. This is to do with the work energy, the job energy, something coming full circle. And then by the time you're getting to January 18th and you move into February, there's going to be quite a bit of gain. There's mastery coming through, not just internship, but mastery coming through in February. March, now you're going to renegotiate something. You're renegotiating terms in March. Terms and conditions, renegotiating, and being very clear about what it is you want. Now, this is usually the bully on the battlefield card, but it's the 5 of Swords, and it's like she's renegotiating, and she wants something that's real. She doesn't want a play sword. She doesn't want the kid's sword. She wants something that's forged in steel. She wants something solid. And sometimes this comes up, and in this deck, it feels like she's renegotiating, almost sometimes as if this guy is selling cheap wares, and she's like, nope, 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 give me the good stuff. Yeah. I'm getting the lyrics, because baby, I'm worth it, because baby, I'm worth it. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know the song, but that's what's coming through. You're renegotiating in March. Okay, what else is the clarification for March? Whoa. We got March, April, May. March, April, May. Let's take a look. March, April, May. All right, back down so you can see. The star comes in, you renegotiate. The star is about second chances, hope, healing, and the dreams coming true. So don't worry if you feel out in the cold and you feel turbulence. You are learning what it is you want to discern and be clear about. Star is hope, healing, second chances. Then in April, you're going forward. King of Wands, you're taking the lead. This is you going forward, balancing things out that need to be balanced after having your dream come forward to your mind again. In March, in April, you're saying, this is what I'm going to pursue. This is what I want going forward. Hermit energy here, looking even closer, inspecting even closer. A little bit of pie in the sky thinking here in May. A little bit of pie in the sky. You're going to need to inspect and make a choice and then walk forward in May. June, July. June feels awesome. June feels like there is teamwork coming together, really plans that are laid, really, really working well and coming together for you in a good way. This card is a fabulous card. This one, you can see the guy with the plans, the person with the gift, person putting things in. You can see it all coming together. Usually it's done in the cathedral and you see the benefactor and the monk or the priest, and then you see the guy putting the stained glass window in. And this is what it is. It's about teamwork coming in June. July, there's a truth that comes through. August, High Priestess. Woo! Got to see this. This is a gorgeous High Priestess card. I want to see what's going in July, August, September, and I want to get one that crosses the bridge here. See what's going on. Ha! You got so many repeats, I can't even believe it. Look, all this teamwork here is leading you forward to a newfound truth, a new discovery about self, how you need it to be. You're more in tune with your spiritual gifts and powers. There's something hidden that will be revealed if you look towards this truth. So the truth that comes through in July is going to lead your spirit and guide you in August. It's going to be about the teamwork. Somebody that you've encountered here, some of this lesson here is big clarity for you. And it takes you to this King of Pentacles. So you go from the 8 here to building, building, building in September. To me, this looks like good business, good money going through, especially coming through next fall. So it really kicks into gear probably February, March, and then you keep applying yourself, refining, fine-tuning, moving forward, refining, fine-tuning, moving forward. This Chariot's important in the moving forward. Then choosing how you want to get laser focused is huge. Then these ones coming in. I love seeing this. I love it for you. It's going to be revealed. And the pillars of the High Priestess are to do with strength and unity. This teamwork energy is the unity, but there is your own strength that adds to this, that amplifies it. It's like I'm getting the version of an exponent in math. So you've got the 3 to the 3rd power. So it's 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27, right? So it's exponential type of growth. That's what's happening there. Wow. And let's look at the center. Anything else she needs to know? Wow, I love it. I love it. Whew, taking off. 6 of Swords, you've left the rough water for the smooth. This is what you're in the process of doing for the whole next year. And the choppy waters are pretty much behind you now. Keep going, keep going. This is showing it in a hot air balloon show. I don't know if you've ever been to Albuquerque, but in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they have the hot air balloon festival. And my older sister went to that. And she showed me some of what was going on. And the conditions have to be right. And she went with a group of her friends. She went down there and she was saying, you go in the morning. And she was saying how she went, and then all these people that come through and set up, you go and it's dark, dark in the morning, so you don't know where you're really sitting. And then all these people that are setting up, have you move, and they're driving around like crazy, and there's flags like crazy. Nobody knows what's going on, and if the weather condition's going to be right, and they have flags that are red, yellow, green, and if there's a red flag, it's not happening, you're going to have to come back the next day, the timing's not right. If it's yellow, it's maybe, and the green is definitely go, go, go. But you don't know until like the sun is coming up, and then people are firing up the balloons and going. This is very much what feels like is going on for you. Very much feels like you're like on the field and there's like hazards coming at you this way and that way, and you're ready to go. You're ready to go. There is a little bit of turbulence. We saw that right here. There is a little bit out in the cold. You're out doing what you need to do. Keep going with this. Yeah, this keep in mind this image of hot air balloon and you're worth it. Keep these images in mind. You love that because it's how you felt. It's how it's felt. Yeah, this is what's going on. You will have the perspective, the ability to see more clearly. And particularly with this star being here after it's renegotiated in March, you're going to see it more clearly. This one is sitting on the star, not just standing below the starlight, but sitting on the star, having a higher vantage. That's what I've got for you. That feels very complete. What a beautiful, fun, unexpected delight of a read. I love it for you. That's what I got. So yeah, that was gorgeous. Yeah, and it feels like very strong. Now, I'm not the person in charge of the lottery. I'm not the person in charge of granting all the good money gifts to here, there, and everywhere. But it feels like the universe wants to bring that in more and more and more. So keep your mind in an abundance mindset. Okay. Cash App I've changed recently, Rose. So this is my Cash App. The A Feisty Butterfly wasn't working, so we changed Cash App to The Feisty Butterfly. And I don't know if Phil has changed it yet. Phil's my husband, so you'll see his name, guys. But $ The Feisty Butterfly. Check and make sure it says The, and then make sure the E is before the I on that, okay? All right. So the next one is Vika, and the note is in PayPal. So I'm going to look in there just 1 second, guys. Yeah, the repeat cards. Isn't that just so fun when they show up like that? I love when they do that. That's why I buy duplicate decks. And it feels like you already have that deck. What do you mean you need another of it? I don't have duplicates of every damn deck, but of many of them because I love to see the repeated imagery. It is like the neon sign from the universe to me. That's what it's like. So, okay. So, Vika, I'm trying to look and see the details and see if your question's in there. Let's see. It's not letting me go. Done. Yeah. Done. Okay. Yeah. The link is in my bio, but the Cash App isn't working. The A Feisty Butterfly should not be used anymore. The Feisty Butterfly with the cash sign before it should be what's working. So I don't know why that wouldn't be working. So it should be working. The link's in the bio. The link isn't working, but The Feisty Butterfly with this, with the word the, that's what should be working for you. So Vika, I don't see your question in here. So could you type your question into the chat and we'll see what's going on with that? The new one worked for you, Rose? Good. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. So we're looking for Vika's question. Hang on. I'm scrolling through the message. And if not, if you just... Okay. Love reconciliation reading for you and Abe. Okay. Got it. Got it. 1 second. The full reading for you and Abe, love and reconciliation. Which deck are we going to go to? We're going to the Witch's Tarot from Eileen Dugan for you. This is a beautiful one. This is my husband's favorite deck, believe it or not. He used to be like, what deck is that? That's cool. And this one's been around for a long time. It's super, super, super good. So we're going to see what's going on. Love reading for you and your husband. Let's look. Reconciliation. What's going on? I want to look at the state of play in the relationship currently and then going forward. That seems like the appropriate thing to do. So I'm going to put this phone down and you'll see me manhandle it a lot, but we'll see what's going on here. So the state of play currently for you and your person, Abe. Okay. The state of play currently is showing a 10 of Swords where there's been heartache, betrayal, hurt feelings, painfulness, and it feels like something needs to come to an end. There's been a willing sacrifice. This person has seen something. This is a change of perspective. Something's been hung up and strung up for a while. Feels like you guys have come through a storm. Something very difficult and painful that you guys have gone through together. And then here, you've witnessed, observed, and seen. And now is there time for growth going forward, for reconciliation. This is the state of play on the deck now. This is what you already know. Yes, yes. The reconciliation is there. There can be happiness there. All is not lost in this relationship. It's been difficult. Now, people will try and give you black and white answers. Like, people sometimes think, well, this is how it should go, or these are the rules of the relationship. But it's only the two in the relationship that know what they can get through, right? Like, there sometimes are couples that have been married together, and they've been together for like 50 years. Don't tell me that they haven't been through hard times or painful situations or struggles or things that really are like almost collision type of damage, like a car wreck in the relationship almost. That kind of stuff happens. It's not cut and dry like people would want it to be, okay? I'm quite sure you know what I'm saying here. We're going to go a little bit deeper and see what's going on. What are the lessons you need to go forward in this reconciliation? Because that was just 4 cards, but this is hopeful after what you've witnessed. This is a change of perspective. These are the words coming through. So I'm just getting out of the way. Do you got each other's back? Are you done hurting each other? Do you got each other's back? Are you done hurting each other? Can you be done with this old painful pattern? Can you let go of this old pain in order to allow yourselves, plural, to move forward? Yeah. You can. It's going to require forgiveness. It's going to require a new way of operating for sure. Let's see what's going forward for you guys. Yes. Okay. This is what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing right now is the burden is here. Now, the burden card, most people are like, yeah, why is that great? You've already been living with the burden. You already know what the challenge is. You already know, but this one is so close to home. And in many, like in this one, you see that he's got the road to the castle. It's in sight. The road back home is clear, and he's almost there. It's within a day's walk, right? It's a short time where this burden is going to be carried. Then the burden is set down. Somebody is still a little bit stuck in stubbornness, but the gift is there. Somebody's refusing to see it. If this is you and your person sitting here, it's not like they can refuse forever. This is the most approachable of the queens. She is magnetic, dynamic, and will be seen. This gift is coming. Somebody's might be a little pouty, a little moody, prudy. Somebody is shifting first. Somebody is going to shift the dynamic first, and the other one will approach. There's a karmic lesson in here. Big. And then the wands are lining up. It feels like the next 2 months, the next 8 weeks are coming more in alignment. It doesn't feel like this charged argumentative conflict energy needs to be there as strong. It's just like whether the conflict is resolved or not, it's like you're done fighting. You're just going to be doing what you're doing, and you're going to be proceeding peacefully, and you're going to know that you're doing the best you can do in the situation. That's what it feels like. If you want a reset in the situation, the reset starts with you. Yes, okay. All right, what else does she need to know? The reset starts with you. It's going to be work, but it can be done. We have the Page of Wands sending out a new message. The young child that doesn't see it. Send out the young, playful new message. It's excited energy. Do it from a confident place. Understand and have your mojo. So this is where you get dressed up and you get looking good, not because he's going to notice or respond or say anything, but you know that you want to strut that day. You know you want to be looking good. You know you want to be feeling in your happy energy. There's nothing sexier or more appealing than a happy woman. There just isn't. When we are happy, or happy person, when we are happy and we are in joy, when we're flirting with the universe and just giggling and laughing and having fun from the genuine place of joy, not from the phony baloney, but from the real, we're happy. We're confident. The whole universe wants to play back. The whole universe wants to play with you. The whole universe wants to join the fun, join the party. Page of Cups is here. You've been dealt something in this cup that's a little bit unusual. You go to the water and you get this stinky fish. It's like, I didn't want a fish. You got the stinky fish. There's something substantial that needs to be dealt with here, and it's important. It's really important. It's where creativity can get infused with something, and something substantial and something bigger can come through. It's going to take work, yes, and it feels like you're about right here on the very bottom row or two of these pentacles, right? And you're trying to stack. You've got this 8 weeks, so you're just at the beginning of this 8-week period going on. Now let's look in the third deck and see what else is coming through. Is there anything else she needs to know going on? Start changing your mindset first and consistently maintain your mindset of confidence. Consistently maintain your mindset of growth. Don't go back to the old painful ways. Don't go back to the old painful patterns. It doesn't mean that things won't need discussed or worked out, but they don't need hashed and trashed and revisited. And when the horse is dead, the horse is dead. Don't beat the dead horse. That kind of thing is coming through. Yeah. The Emperor. This is the one that protects and provides for the realm. So there is joy, but he's sometimes removed, and he's sometimes perceived as kind of a jerk. Now, he had to rebel and not be a follower, not be a sheep. He had to be a lion to be in charge of things, right? This is shown in one of my other decks as the lion and the lambs. And he has to rebel to do this. And then he has to go to all these rules. He has to settle into it. Sometimes the wisdom comes a little bit later for the Emperor. There's things that need to be honored, things that need to be handled, pressures he's feeling. This is like the masculine feeling all of these pressures is what I'm getting. The word is pressure. He wants to make sure that things are handled as they should be handled. This doesn't feel like somebody that's being an irresponsible asshole anymore. It doesn't feel like somebody that doesn't want to own the responsibility that they have. It feels like somebody that carries the responsibility sometimes too heavy. Sometimes they may have behaved badly in the past. Let them step up into the divine masculine where the emperor is. And remember in Greek wedding how the woman is the neck and turns the head and the man is the head. It's an old school way of looking at it. But this is how you do it. And if you are doing this first, well, you are shifting your focus, shifting your own focus first, then that's where it's going to be at. That's where the focus is going to be at. That's where it's going to change. That's where it's going to shift. You must shift it. The divine feminine and divine masculine working well together is what you can create. It's not about one person being right in this. Does that mean that he will be the one to reach out and pursue seriously? No. It means you have to change where your focus is in order to reconcile any of this. You have to change how you're operating first. You have to be in this energy first because he's going to be the moody, broody child for a little while. So the karmic lesson is for you as the queen. So it means kind of the opposite of that. You have to shift where your focus is. You have to shift before the reconciliation happens, before everything can be as much as you'd like it to be. And the next 8 weeks, you need to constantly focus on what you need to pay attention to, on how you feel, not his response, but what you want to bring forward. Focus on what you want to bring forward and create in each day, in each week. Focus on what you want to create. Focus on your energy and how you move forward with it. And it will feel like work. It's going to feel like he's kind of slow to the party. After 8 weeks of doing this, you're going to feel different. Not for a while. This feels like not for a while. Your question about will he come to you as emperor? Not for a while. Not for a while. Yeah, not for a while is what I'm getting. Take the next 2 months where you're focusing and you're continuing to work on yourself, which is good. But it's not that you need to be the self-improvement. This is more just what do you want to manifest. Focus forward. His response and his reaction in the next 4 weeks, I wouldn't give 3 fucks about. I really wouldn't care. And that's like a hard thing to try and unplug that. It's not that you have to create contention, but you just have to be more concerned about what creates joy within you to move forward. Less dependent on what his thinking or thoughts are. That's the funniest thing about it. Sometimes when we quit orbiting around the other and start doing our own life, they're suddenly like, oh, hey, she's got her shit together. She's got stuff going on. I need to go catch up with that. And that is sometimes how it goes. And it feels like you are going to be taking the lead. You'll be arriving at many of these checkoff points first before him. All right, what else does she need to know? Okay. This is what I'm getting. I'm going to flip the phone down so you can see, and then I'll check and see if you're chiming in and saying anything. We're seeing a little bit of repeats here. We're seeing a repeat on this one, which we saw before, right down in here. This is having seen and witnessed something, you must shift. That's what was right next to it. Here, you've got to protect your own boundaries and be resilient. You've seen and witnessed what went screwy with the relationship when you were too dependent on him to validate or him to do something or him to get his shit together. You need to create a new message, a new way of doing, a new excitement where you're doing it on your own terms for your own reasons. This is what's coming. After seeing and witness this, you start things on a new thing. Then something new starts. Then work, family, new start comes through. Then is when you leave the rough waters for smooth. The next 8 weeks, it feels like, babe, on these next 8 weeks, although the relationship and the dynamic is changing, the change has to be worked within you first. That's where the real miracle and the real magic is. That's where karma wants you to go. That's where karma wants you to do. It's how you get your ducks in the row. It's by understanding your own truth, understanding your own power, and then let him approach. Be so busy doing your own thing, having your own fun, lining things up that are super right for yourself, that it's like somebody wants to catch up with you. That's what I'm getting. Anything else? Don't have just the whole reconciliation of your relationship or will he reconcile be your focus. Have your focus be something different. Be so happily creating new traditions, be it for Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas, whatever. Be so happy creating new excitement, new energy here that it can't help but be contagious and others are around you. Yeah. This feels like there's still going to be anxiety and stress. Do your best to let that go. Get the sleep you need. Take care of yourself. Let go of anxiety. Being in your head and stewing in your head is a waste of energy. It wastes your time and it drains you. Don't do it. Go to new traditions. New traditions where you're the one that is setting up things, where you have the keys, you have the access. This is you getting the VIP pass to something, where you have the knowledge and wisdom and set in place new traditions. This is a card all about old traditions, and I'm telling you, they need to be new. The Fool is here. Trust your ability. Trust what you can create. This is huge for you. Huge, 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 okay? This is what I've got for you. It feels like the reconciliation is leading to this, but it's going to take some time. And this 10 is further down the track than just 8 weeks. This 10 is further down the track. Anything else? No, it's covered. You need to take the new leap of faith for your own good, and you need to prioritize yourself first. But I've already preached that, preached that, preached that. You already know that. But that's what I've got for you. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good morning, Crystal. Good to see you. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi. So that's what I've got, and that was Eileen Dugan's The Witch's Tarot. Chad, Mo doesn't need a floor heater. Mo is one of my guys. She doesn't need a floor heater. Too funny. You are welcome, Vika. You are welcome. So, so welcome. Okay, Alicia for a blind. Let's see what's going on for Alicia. 1 second. Wow. Waterson's Divine Feminine is coming through, and it's just that one. Sometimes in the blinds, we get multiple. For you, you're getting the Divine Feminine, and I think it's Waterson is the author's name on this deck. And it's gorgeous, so this is what we're going to. All right, for Alicia, the blind, the Divine Feminine deck. What do we got? There's a lot of goddess energy surging forward for you right now. We're going to start with the top, and it says, I don't know if I'm saying this right. You'll understand what. It's Anadanamaya Ma. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And the card says, the joy-permeated mother. I am my own guru is what this card says. And it says, I know the self never changes. It's goddess energy being really, really birthed in you in a big, big way. Right below it, and I'm going to show you how they landed. This came out this way, this way, this way, and then this was the top. The cosmic egg. It says, I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. The Divine Feminine and the cosmic egg. And then Yamoja. And I don't know if I've said that right. And I don't know why I think Yamoya, but whatever. The goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Again, this goddess energy birthing itself forward. This is something, in a previous time, you would have an emotional connect that is really, really strong. And this is goddess energy with the full context of water. And it's like the cosmic egg has been floating on it, floating on it, floating on it until it gets crashed against the rocks, breaks forward, opens up this like, think of a ball of light coming forward from this egg, this gift of this gorgeous water coming forward for you. This is what it's coming into. You're coming into your own power, coming into your own strength, knowing your spiritual beliefs, knowing your spiritual depths a little bit more, and learning to be in the flow in a huge, huge way. Now to the sides of this, to the sides, we see my Bago, and it says the warrior saint. I'm the warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. This is a devotion that should be towards self and towards the things you love, and then it expands and expands and expands. This is a devotion to what is your soul contract, what is your commitment, what is your purpose. And sometimes we get lost in doing for others, and it's not that we can't be devoted to our children or our families or our career or whatever. But above all of that, preceding all that, needs to be the devotion to self. And when you do that, it expands and spills over to everyone else. Now we've got Lakshmi here, and Lakshmi looks gorgeous. The goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job, is something that I say a lot of time. So is wealth. So is the feeling of abundance. So it's like the people that they might have only 2 eggs. The chicken that has laid some eggs, they only have 2 eggs left, but they're going to make those eggs and share them with the 3 or 5 people that are around. They're going to make sure that they know how to share, because that draws more abundance. The chicken will lay another egg the next day, right? So this is abundance, and how we do this from the inside job and how we create it. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy with this one. Okay. Next out, we've got Freya, the goddess of discernment, and it says, I spend my time weekly. I only say yes when it is a holy hell yes. And I didn't say that. The card says a holy hell yes. If you're getting all this goddess energy and it's saying a holy hell yes, if you're getting all the goddess energy, it's saying holy hell yes, this is a sacred holy hell yes. A sacred go for it. A sacred commit, go for it with the devoted, inspired push of energy. It is again showing me, I'm seeing this egg on the water that's cracked open against the rocks. What do we need to see on this? We'll read Perpetua and then the guides are going to come in. The saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. This is Perpetua. Lucy wants in on the Perpetua thing. What is it, Lucy? So my guide, Lucy, that wants to come in, let's see what she's got to say regarding this. Often I'll see Lucy flashing her glasses on. Her glasses like come apart and then come together. She's flashing them on her head. And she's showing me and spotlighting that egg that crashed on the rocks. It's been happening where this egg has been crashing over and over, bouncing against the rocks. She's showing me as it's traveled down to this point. So she's showing me a little bit of past. The glasses are up for a minute. She wants me to see the past and speak to that, to you regarding that. The egg has bounced. It's been flowing. It's like you've been carried along the river. You yourself are like that egg where you're cracked wide open, letting emotion flow, letting the goddess energy, the spirit energy, and the receptivity all be there. The flow, and you're cracked wide open. It doesn't mean you're wasting your time among those that can't value you, your presence, or your energy. But you're just not ready to present in any way other than authentic. Anything else? All right, Lucy. My child, listen to me now. The woman that you are, the person that you are, that you have become, that which is coming forward has always and ever been. You are not to shy down, shell up, close up, be hidden. You have discovered again who you are strongly. It is cracked wide open. Angie speaks of cocoon. This speaks of egg. Same. Cracked wide open. Let yourself be open to all. Does not mean allow anyone in. Allow yourself be open, because that's the way you travel, my dear. You no longer have this shell, this wall, this protected small layer. You no longer have this protected small layer. You are to be big. Butterfly. Yes, butterfly makes sense, but goddess is bigger than butterfly. It's the light that shoots out. The light that shoots out from you, that permeates you, shoots out from you. Allow that out. Allow that shine to come forward. Allow joy, abundance. Know you are cared for and carried. Carried. The river will flow and carry you. You are buoyant. Your energy is meant to be high, on top, carried, not turned over, churned over, or under, or submerged. Your spirit is meant to be carried. You are meant to be in flow right now. Honor it. Listen for it. Go with it. Yield as it suggests. Let yourself open to when and whom Spirit leads you to do so. Pay close attention. The golden light is with you as is. The golden light is always with you. Let this be part of what your presence brings forward. Let this be felt by others, emanated from within, to the point that the egg could no longer hold this. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, Lucy's backing off now. She wants me to tell you, as this was coming through, I got slightly distracted. An orb went by, and this is like probably second or third time recently that I've seen orbs going by in Lucy's corner. This is like spiritual insight. This one had this, it wasn't just straight white. It had this shade of like, almost like an peachy, orangey gold type of color that went through. That's what went through. That's what I saw. This is cracked open and big for you. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. That's what's coming through, honey. That's what's coming through. This is the time to let your goddess energy shine. Hugely so. That's complete. I'm going to show you the cards so you can read them one more time. I'll show them all to you, but I'm going to be quiet and show them. Okay, that's the Divine Feminine cards. Hey there, Brandy. Good to see you. You got chills? Yeah, this is beautiful. It's like the little goddess in you that thought was going to be quiet and maybe emerge someday. Blam! Here. Here, here, here. Has Lucy ever lived on the continent of Africa? I don't know. She's showing me some kind of map that looks different than we would look like the map is now. So you know the theory of Pangea, how all the continents were connected? There's that coming through, and then there's also the continents were shaped a little bit differently. I don't think it's Africa. So that's what I'm getting. You're doing okay? Your dad's a bit better today, so that makes you happy. Good. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm very glad to hear that. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent. Rose is next? Okay, Rose is next. And let's see if this iPad is being all right with me or not. It might just be me that's... Okay. I swear I thought I saw Roses on here. So I'm not going to worry about this if this iPad is going to be glitching out. It was doing pretty good, but I think it's me learning to get this thing to get to where the screen actually shows things for me. So we'll do Rose. So what kind of read is Rose getting, Kim? Let's see if we can see. I'm trying to get it to show me, and it's all black behind here. I'm going to have to adjust that, but whatever. Blind read. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going into Rose's blind read. So let's see what's going on with that. Okay. Wow. Okay. You're going to get one that's kind of messagey, and then we're just going to go. Yeah, she said she got the Cash App to work. Yeah, I think I did see that come through in the messages. I'm trying to pull down. Samantha Rose. Yeah, I got that. I got that. So 1 second. We're going into this one that has the messages, and then we're going into one that is like a beautiful for meditating type of thing. So 1 second. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There's this one, and then very specifically, I think this is called the Hidden Realms. Yeah. So I'll just give you guys a little bit of a flavor of these. These are the different messagey ones, and I forget what this one's called. So these are some messagey one. And then this is the Hidden Realms one, which I love because it's so gorgeous and scenic. So that's what we're going. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. No, it's here, honey. It's here. For Samantha Rose. I have a sister, Samantha, so that's a great name. And she was actually named after the Dr. Sam who helped deliver her. So, yeah. All right. 2 cards are coming. We're getting this one We're getting this one. We're getting love and flow. There's something that needs to be dive deeper into for love on this. And it says, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So this is not putting it towards the external. This is love itself that is expanded when we are flowing with it. Now the flow card is saying, allow me, divine, to move with flow and respond with calmness and peace. This is allowing that movement, allowing the flow, allowing that to go through. This is a big deal. Now, often I'll say you can't pry open the rose. Things have to bloom. They have to open up how they can. So this is something you can remember from Angie to anybody with the name of Rose, and particularly if you have the name that my sister shares also. You can't force it open. You're going to bloom when you bloom. You're going to open and have things go easily if you're in flow. If you're in this state where you're opening and yielding to what needs to come through. This is what's coming through here. Now I want to go to the other cards and see what's going on. I'm going to put these off to the side, and then I'm going to go into these Hidden Realms one. This is a very different one, and it's a great one. This deck is a great oracle deck to journal with. I haven't had it out in a while, but it does give you a sense of place and space. Lucy is quite fond of this particular deck. Okay, so what we've got here is the hidden worlds coming through. I'll read you the cards, and then I'm going to let whatever comes through, because I want you to have the messages from the cards, but I want you to have the other messages too. Hidden worlds, it says, changing consciousness, awareness, extra sensory perceptions. And this is coming through more with a Lucy touch than a Nell touch. Even though Nell is very much more fairy to me, this is coming through with Lucy's energy. We'll go down here so you can see all of them. This one. Healing the earth, love, humility, respect. Now this is the second time you've got love coming through strongly in this. We're going to let this stack here. We have Mountain Goddess. Oh, this is beautiful. This one says high vibration, mindfulness, the power of the mind. Now this is definitely Lucy energy. She loves this card. She's going to interrupt me now. I can't keep reading the cards without her interrupting. She's saying she's giving right now. This gesture and this card is what she wants me to have you pay close attention to. Giving, opening up, and letting things flow forward from you. Letting the gifts that you carry forward with the flow. Letting your way of giving and sharing be known, be felt. This is a generosity of heart, a generosity of spirit that must come through. You must open to allow. Don't hold so tight to expectation. Be open and allow. This is what causes the rose to bloom. Open and allow. Looking to the sky is important for you. Looking to the sky, energy, and element. Now, sometimes this is in tarot. It's a land of knowing. In tarot, it's the land of knowledge and legals and knowing and written word. And she's like, no. Literally looking to the sky. So anything that you meditate on, whether it would have the aurora borealis, whether it would have the night sky, whether it has patterns in the clouds, she very much wants you looking at the clouds. Now this is a whole earth thing, this whole earth thing coming through on this one. And this one, the Mountain Goddess, also the clouds, patterns in the clouds. This is the time of year where it's crisp and it's chill out where I live. Where you, it might be different. But look to the sky and look to the clouds. This is very, very important. You always find peace looking to the sky. Yeah, you're meant to see shapes and messages in those clouds. And it's not just random to you. You'll be looking up and looking at the sky when they happen to look like hearts. It'll be different than just mashed potato, big, full, fluffy clouds. It's going to look like, it will look like hearts, or it will look like two people standing. And to somebody else, they'll be like, that's just clouds. You'll know what you've seen. You'll know what the imagery of the clouds is to you. You'll know the message that's meant for you. Look to the clouds. It's opening a gift to you. Also look particularly, yes, particularly, where the sunlight comes through as a ray, like when you see rain and it comes down, streams, when it streams down, right? And you'll see like gray rain, and then the shaft of sunlight coming through. Look for that. Look for that ray of sunlight, and look for how the shaft of sunlight comes through and the specific places in time. Pay attention to when this happens. The way the light comes through in a direct stream is something important for you to note. Yeah. The direct stream is important for you to note, because you're going to get direct stream information. You're going to get downloads of divine light, divine inspiration. And when you notice the direct stream of sunlight And when you look to the clouds, you're looking to the divine light, the higher energy that can be understood and activated and felt. You know, when you just sit in the sun, even if you're inside and you're by the window and you're just by the sun, and it's like, there is something about us, just like there is with plants or trees or flowers or anything else, that wants to gravitate towards the sun, that helps us open up. This is something you must remember and must practice more often. Okay. The gift. This says present, honoring, offering. This we've already talked about. This is showing up as this. This over here feels more like you. This feels like you standing in that shaft of light. It's happening. There's water all around. There's beauty all around, but it's that specific shaft of light I was talking of. It'll come through here, and you'll feel it like this. So be still when you notice that. Still your mind for a minute. I mean, like, if you're driving, you're driving, but be still for the moment and understand what it is you're trying to learn, what it's trying to get through for you. Then here we have fairy energy, growth, expansion, and flowering. She'll allow a little bit of this coming through. Now, I told you, usually Nell for me is who comes through as more fairy energy. I think there is connection, but it's not the water element. It's more the air element that comes through on this for you specifically. And the sky element. There needs to be a light. There is things that are like the moon flowers, when the moon is in a certain place in the sky, that open, but you need the sun. The energy of the sun, this is also, you need to get out and get into it to get grounded. Even if you step on your porch and take, 10 seconds where you really, really deeply breathe in and see the surroundings and see the environment. It's important for you. Anything else? Okay, I've taken the cards. Let's see what Lucy has besides this. The sun is like your honey. The sun is where the sweetness comes through. The sun is where the sugar becomes sweet. The change within you comes through when you get the sunshine, when you look to the sky, when you remember the sweetness that you had as a child when you were daydreaming, watching the clouds, and felt like almost you could look at a cloud and make it change its shape to what you would see. That is your honey. That is your sweetness. That is how you connect with the divine. You've always known of your own divinity, but you've forgotten the childlike sweetness. You've forgotten to get in touch with the honey aspect of things. The sweetness. You've been caught up like the bee, buzz, 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 work, work. You've been caught up like the bee. Here, there, work, work, way too fast. Slow down. Be still. Look at the clouds. Daydream. Allow the honey to pour through. Allow the honey to pour through. This is like allow the activations to come through for you. This is what it's meant to do, what it's meant to be, how it's meant to go for you. This is strongly how it's meant to go for you. So when you get the nudge, if you do happen to be driving, pull over, honor that sunshine moment if you can. If you notice something in the clouds that looks a certain way, just make a little mental note. This is the most ease that can come through. It's the most flow that can come through for you. And it allows love to expand. It allows sweetness to grow. Yes, okay. She's showing me a trick that my friend taught me about putting Sprite into a vase full of water when you put the flowers in, and it helps nourish them. That extra sweet sugar helps them bloom and stay alive a little longer when you have a bouquet of flowers. You need more honey in there to feel like you're thriving, to feel like you're more alive. You need more sweet. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. So that's what I've got. Let me get some water and we'll see what's going on, or maybe we'll do the collective. So holy cow. You are so welcome, honey. That's a beautiful, beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And not for nothing, but if you have a certain kind of tea or a certain kind of drink you like to have that's warm during this time of year, and stick some honey in that and take that moment of sweetness, whether it's on your patio or your porch or whatever, it's good. It's a really, really good thing for you. So that's what I've got. So we could do the collective and go from there and wrap it up if we want to, if that sounds good. So Kim, the list is clear. I think it's a good time for the collective. I think so. What kind of collective are we doing? Give me a minute. Oh, we're doing the Garden Witch. Now, coffee for you. Water is boiling. I love that, Crystal. Love it. That's good. Okay. So Phil must be home. You heard the door squeak? Yeah, Phil is home. But he can wait. We're doing the collective. The collective is important. He knows. He said, don't worry, if I come home, I won't interrupt. So he's not going to interrupt or be on in the show. He might be on in the next couple of days or not. We'll see. The man has to have a break sometime. And, you know, we got to watch wrestling and goofy shit that we do too. But the Garden Witch right here is coming through. Whoa. 3 off the top. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. This is the Garden Witch. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 3 of Cups. This is such a gorgeous 3 of Cups. Look at this. This harvest energy and being so joyfully celebrating our soul tribe, our soul family during this harvest season. Important. The 5 of Wands, we've had enough conflict. And then the 7 of Cups. Choosing where we spend our time, choosing where we spend our energy. Now, let me look at these for a minute because something's coming through with these birds. Okay, the comparison game is what's coming through. In some decks, they have like, I think it's the Zen deck that has the oak and the bamboo. The oak is meant to be oak and the bamboo is meant to be bamboo. The comparison game does not serve. The competition game doesn't serve. An eagle's meant to be an eagle and a pigeon's meant to be a pigeon. And if you are a pigeon in life, celebrate your pigeonness. Celebrate the way you dance, the way you move, and how you carry messages so well. And if you're an eagle, be an eagle. But you are not meant to be another bird. You are the bird that you are. This is very a bloom where you're planted. Celebrate the other birds too. You don't have to compete with the other birds. They'll celebrate the bird that you are. This is soul family and soul tribe. The whole birds of a feather flock together. Well, also other birds are sometimes funny friends also. Soul family is soul family. Your flock knows you. Again, we've got this fairy coming through. This is very much like we saw before. This knowing the truth about ourselves. Knowing our spiritual giftedness. And sometimes we keep the mysteries that unfold to us as our sacred stuff. And we don't have to be going and announcing things on a neon billboard. But those that get us, they get us. Those that understand where we are in our spiritual game, in our spiritual growth, they understand, and that's sufficient. They understand, and that's sufficient. This is kindred spirits. This is perfect partners, perfect business, and kindred spirits. This is the 2 of Cups. This is a beautiful understanding because they come equally. They come equally to this. They know us and they understand. They have their own 2 cups. One might be similar to ours and one might be different. But they have their own. It feels like we've got one more in here still, at least. Huh. We make our own magic. Whatever we want to manifest, bring forward, call forward. This is powerful energy. The Fool comes and then we get these 2, right? These 2 come in. The High Priestess and the Magician. They come in strong, strong, strong. It's telling us, the Magician shows us how we basically play with things, learn the elements, learn how to manifest. And the Magician seems to be performing something. And we learn that we can perform, we can manifest, and we can create. Then the High Priestess is the one that we go to usually next. And she learns us what we create from within, how to listen from within. This is what we're learning to do. And it feels like these 2 are working together. It feels like these 2 are these 2. Are 2 of these, right? The circles of friendship that we create, the circles of magic that we create. The way we create magic is huge, important in the world. Huge. The way we bring our own offering to the table, our own cup. If we go to a potluck, we bring our thing, somebody else brings a thing, right? We need to create and bring things and be celebrating who we are, where we are, and what we're doing in order to let whatever it is flow forward. No more of this conflict is necessary. More of this celebration. As they are, as you are, exactly as they are. They don't need to be a version of themselves that suits you. They just need to be themselves. You don't need to be a version of yourself that suits them. You just need to be yourself. Just show up to the best you can, to the most authentic you can, and offer what is true to you. And that's sufficient. That's where the magic comes from. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. That's what I've got, guys. So I love that for us. I think that's probably going to be it for right now, unless there's anybody else on the list. I think that's probably it. But that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Allow more flow through. Allow whatever it is that you can do to lift others and create peace and create harmony and create magic. Allow that to be through. Allow it to be present. Thank you, Chad. Yes, and Gogs and Lucy and Mo and Nell. You betcha. You betcha. Yeah, that's what I've got for today. Hey there, Susan. I'm just finishing up the show. But I hope you guys have a good day. I'm going to go say hi to my honey. And I will probably be back on Wednesday at 11 is what I'm thinking. If it needs to change, it may need to change. So we'll go with it how we can go with it. All right. Much love. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.